Hello, hello, my beautiful Scorpios. This is going to be your April monthly reading. So the first card that we have up is intuition. So let me see if I can get this to focus properly. So intuition, this is talking about you following your intuition, tapping into your intuition, seeing things clearly. When I am seeing this today, what I heard was opportunity. And the next card up from the next deck is awareness. So I feel like you are really aware of your intuition. You're really aware of the inner voice, but I'm also hearing you're really aware of some sort of opportunity, okay? Possibly something coming in for you. There's something that you have now become aware of, your intuition. You're hearing that inner voice. Next card that we have is Temple of Etiquette, Thrive. I see golden opportunities. So I feel like you are really tapping into your intuition, seeing things clearly with, your third eye. You're getting, maybe visions, things through your dreams, downloads, that sort of thing is what I'm getting here. Inner visions is what I keep hearing. So you're really becoming aware of your intuition, the inner voice. You're being led and guided towards something here. There is some sort of opportunity or opportunities leading you to thrive, leading you to success. So you're following your intuition. You're really becoming aware of your intuition, the inner voice. You're become aware of, any kind of ideas that comes through, like I said, through your dreams, or, if you're doing a meditation, or, just hearing that inner voice of your intuition, you're finally becoming aware of this, and you're becoming aware of opportunities. Okay. So I see golden opportunities, and I feel like your intuition, this is how you're seeing it. Okay. This is the awareness that you're having, the internal awareness, the intuition that you are having towards any kind of, new opportunities here for you. So this is absolutely beautiful, but you guys are really becoming aware of opportunities that are, and I'm noticing with this, it's, golden, right? So golden opportunities, I feel like, is very tangible. So for some of you, this has to do with money. But it doesn't have to be, just something tangible. Okay. So some sort of, new opportunities are coming to you. You are being led and guided by your intuition. You're really listening to your intuition. You're becoming aware of that inner voice and the intuition, and you are following that. And that is, you see the golden opportunities, but you're also actually, going towards them. Okay. So let's pull the next cards out. We have bottom of the deck, let's celebrate. So definitely there is, something for you to celebrate here. There is, for some of you, this could have to do with, maybe a birthday or something like that. This could also happen around your birthday time or during a celebration. Okay. But this is going to be something to celebrate. Then we have the keys to life. Okay. So this is all about love, peace, forgiveness, balance. These are the keys to life. So for some of you, it's like you're finally tapping into that part of you, your intuitive part, maybe psychic abilities for some of you, that spiritual part of you. You're really connecting to your higher self. This is leading you, to things to celebrate, wonderful opportunities. Some of you are really becoming aware of, these parts of yourself. Some of you are becoming aware that your intuition, your connection to the divine is, bigger than anything else. And this is what's going to lead you to be able to see things, be led and guided towards these opportunities, right? Following your heart. Having these keys to life, love, peace, forgiveness, balance. These are important. So some of you, I feel like Scorpio, you're already very intuitive, very psychic, very, you have no problem going deep into the subconscious mind here. But I feel like some of you are kind of really becoming aware of this part of your life. And I feel like, you're really tapping into it. You're embracing this part of yourself now. And this is leading you to some wonderful opportunities, things that you are going to celebrate. For some of you, I feel like you are just celebrating that this is who you are. You're really tapping into that authentic part of yourself. Let's keep going here. A spirit just said that I need to cleanse our energy space as we dive a little bit deeper into the reading here, which I totally forgot about. So we are going to do that. All right, my loves. And don't forget, this is a general reading. It might not resonate with everybody. Take what resonates, leave the rest, swap the roles, and no gender specific in the cards. So we're going to remove all negative energies, entities, and any evil eye from your space and mine. Thank you. It is done. It is done. And so it is. All right, my loves. So I have already cut the deck. All right, bottom of the deck, we have waiting. So for some of you, this is something that you have been waiting for. You know, for some of you, you're really listening to your intuition. Something inside of you is saying maybe to wait a little bit. And then we have the opposite, which is be spontaneous. So I think for some of you, this is something that you have been waiting for. Okay, I'm seeing the yellow there as well. I feel like sacral chakra might be important for you. Maybe you need to eat or drink, you know, more yellow things. You know, foods or drink like orange juice, something like that. But this is all about, you know, tapping into that, you know, free will, you know, kind of confidence that you have within yourself. But I feel like you are waiting. Maybe you've been waiting for this golden opportunity. Maybe you have been waiting for, you know, the sun to shine again. Whatever this is, you're really following your intuition. You're tapping into the intuitive part of yourself, you know, to source energy, to the voice within you. But I feel like, you know, you have been waiting for something here. And then be spontaneous. This is about, you know, kind of just, you know, taking action, being spontaneous. I feel like, you know, once you know, you listen to your intuition intuition says, okay, it's go time. I just heard, then you can be spontaneous. Next deck. We have Goddess Ran, Fate, I Catch a Break. So for some of you, you have definitely been waiting for something here, and waiting for an opportunity, waiting for, you know, things to get better, waiting for, you know, the sun to shine again, whatever that is. You've definitely been through the storm, okay? And it's like, you know, you just need to catch a break now. And Spirit is saying you definitely are, because there are golden opportunities here. Mama Kucha, collaboration. I flow with life and life flows with me. So this is like the keys to life. This is going with the flow. This is just allowing things to unfold, okay, naturally. And I feel like a big key to that is really tapping into your intuition. All right, my loves, that is the oracle messages. Now let's go into the tarot. All right, I have already pre-shuffled the deck. Let's just see how we're doing there for time. Bottom of the deck, we have Two of Wands. So you could be planning something here, looking into your future, moving out of, you know, difficult waters, going towards, you know, paradise, going towards the sun, going towards, you know, easier times, you know, going into calmer waters, moving forward towards something. And then we have strength, taking the strength to do that, having that courage, strength. This is very much that solar plexus, you know, chakra that I'm talking about, the yellow. Sorry guys, I get, you know, itchy face when Spirit is coming through. So that could be what this is about. So you're, you know, gaining strength now. You've been planning, you've been praying for something, you've been waiting. You're moving out of the darkness and into the light. I just heard you're moving out of any difficulties. You're gaining the strength, right? The internal confidence and the courage to be able to move forward. And then we have a judgment. So there's some sort of epiphany, awakening, aha moment. This is definitely, you know, I see the golden opportunities, right? There's that, you know, kind of burst of energy. You know, you get like an idea, an aha moment, you know, an awakening. For some of you, this is actually the awakening that you're going through, knowing, you know, your power, knowing, you know, that your power comes from that connection to the divine, from your spirit, from your intuition, right? Some of you are really tapping into that. And then things are definitely going to move forward towards victory and success here with the Chariot. Absolutely beautiful. All right, my loves, so that was just the bottom of the deck before we cut it. So let's dive a little bit deeper. I am feeling really winded. Some of you have been on a journey. It almost feels like you have been, you know, kind of running. And it's obviously been, you know, something difficult. I feel like you've been in really rough waters, and like now it's, you know, time to catch a break. Okay, Spirit's saying, you know, time to catch your breath, catch a break here. And now collaborating with the universe, collaborating maybe with other people, right? But this is saying to really just go with the flow. So now it is a time of going into calmer waters and just going with the flow. And I feel like you're not going to fight anymore. Maybe you have been, maybe you haven't been tapping into your intuition and following your intuition. But now it's like you have all this internal wisdom. You know the keys to life, okay? and you're finally catching a break, right? Time to, you know, rest, gather yourself. All right, my loves. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay. Okay, yeah. All right, my loves. So, okay, center reverse shred, we have Six of Cups. So this could be dealing with somebody from your past, something from your past. This is also soulmate energy here with the Six of Cups. So it might not be for everybody, but this is either you tapping into your childhood, you becoming like a child again. Some of you doing some healing around, you know, the inner child, things like that. For others of you, this is talking about, you know, a soulmate possibly, or somebody from your past, or a past life, you know, connection. Here we have the Knight of Wands is what we're aware of. Okay, so this could have been somebody that was like in and out. Okay, this is kind of player energy, but what I'm getting here, especially with the expression on his face, it's like that courage, you know, the determination to persevere, to keep on going. This is also talking about adventure. So for some of you right now, this is just having that, you know, fire and determination, you know, to just keep on going, being very determined to keep on going. What you're not aware of is the High Priestess. So yes, this is the intuition card. This is what you're not aware of, is either, you know, something in your mind subconsciously here in regards to your, you know, childhood possibly. For others of you, this is talking about what you're not aware of is your own intuition or some sort of spiritual, you know, connection. Some of you have not been aware of your own intuition, because this is very much the intuition card. This is also divine feminine. Okay, so some of you also not being aware of possibly, you know, something that was hidden. So there could be some sort of secrets or hidden information. For some of you, this is talking about your own psychic abilities, hidden knowledge, right? You know, that is within you. In the recent past, we have Soul Below. This is talking about bringing things into physical reality. Remember, you guys, I'm having trouble speaking. Remember, I was saying that earlier, right? So this is bringing things into your reality, bringing things into physical form. Okay, you know, from your intuition, from your higher self, you know, from dreams, things like that. For some of you, it's about conscious manifesting, and for others of you, this is also talking about wisdom with the owl here, because we did get that keys to life. So I feel like in the recent past, some of you are really kind of bringing your wisdom and knowledge now into physical form. So for some of you, this could have to do with your life purpose, right? As well, you know, maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're doing something, you know, with that knowledge. You're kind of and for others of you, just bringing that knowledge now down into reality and creating opportunities for yourself. Your advice is the Death card. Something needs to come to an end. There needs to be some sort of transformation here, okay, in some area of your life. Something has to come to an end. I will clarify that one. I feel like 10 of Wands is your potential outcome. So this is carrying heavy burdens. I feel like for some of you, it is laying these burdens down. There is that golden, you know, light again. So for some of you, it is laying the burdens down of doing things on a physical, tangible level. Okay, maybe this is what the Soul Below was all about, is you doing everything in the 3D reality, in the physical reality. Okay, and this needs to come to an end. You know, dropping burdens, especially with the Death card there. So dropping the burdens of carrying everything by yourself, of doing everything by yourself. Spirit wants you to connect to your intuition. Very clear message coming through now. Spirit wants you to connect to your intuition, connect to your, you know, that hidden part of yourself, your subconscious mind, right? Your third eye chakra, having that willpower, the confidence, the courage to be able to do this and collaborate with the universe, okay? Collaborate with the divine, okay? Not just doing it all on your own, okay? You've been through a lot, all right? Spirit wants you to see the golden opportunities, and we see them in our mind's eye. We see them in our intuition, okay? In our heart space. We see them in our intuition, the inner voice. And, you know, Spirit is asking also for you to tap into your intuition, to tap into your subconscious mind. For some of you, this is about conscious manifesting. Some of you, there are secrets hidden here, or there is somebody you know, that there's things you're unaware of, okay? And it could have to do with your past, all right, with your childhood, or a past, you know, connection here, soulmate energy. But Spirit is asking for you to lay the burdens down. This is, you know, some of you have been carrying a lot on your back, but the sun is going to shine again. Okay, you guys are definitely, your outcome, you're catching a break. Okay, the sunlight is coming through again. That was that Six of Swords. You are moving into calmer waters. When I clarified this, we have the Queen of Cups. Some of you are actually going for counseling. For others of you, this is, again, Queen of Cups is very empathic, nurturing, loving, kind, but she's also very intuitive. She's very tapped into her emotions, right? She has all of this knowledge and information, the keys to life, right? So I feel like for some of you, it's, you know, laying burdens down, maybe talking with somebody about these things. For others of you, somebody is really burdened here by possibly, you know, deeper feelings. For some of you, you know, intuition here. If we're talking about soulmate energy, somebody could have been really carrying a lot of burdens here, closing off their heart space, closing off their intuition, because I'm seeing the light here. So closing off intuition, but also closing off feelings. Okay, you could be dealing with a fire sign because we have the King of Wands here. So somebody who's really kind of been closed off to maybe emotions to you, or vice versa. This could be you. Take it how it resonates, right? You know, this person is now coming forward, laying the burdens down, right? Coming forward, taking action, because this person wants the 10 of Cups with you. This is wish fulfillment. This is, you know, emotional fulfillment, bliss, happiness, happily ever after, right? And Empress, this is all about creating. This is about, you know, being the divine feminine as well. So 2 divine feminine cards here. This is, you know, the divine feminine sits back. She allows, she goes with the flow. She doesn't try to manage things in the physical world, right? She's not doing it in the physical 3D world. She is doing it in the internal world, right? In the, you know, her internal space, tapping into her intuition, going into that subconscious mind, right? The third eye chakra, and manifesting with the Magician here. Okay, so for some of you, this is about conscious manifesting. You finally know the keys to life. You finally know how to manifest and create. Some of you are going to be celebrating a lot of wonderful golden opportunities, but also celebrating, you know, this part of yourself. For others of you, right? So if this has to do with a person, this person could want to come in and communicate, and they want to create something beautiful with you here. Okay, and what they want to create is this happily ever after. For others of you, this is, you know, finally kind of laying the burdens down in regards to possibly blocking your intuition, blocking your emotions, and finally taking action here with the King of Wands, and being able to, you know, for some of you, like I said, this has to do with possibly your life purpose. So you could be starting a business, being an entrepreneur, or something like that. Finally, unblocking, tapping into your intuition and unblocking your heart, and being able to follow your passions, being able to, you know, there's Strength card very connected to that, the Leo, right? The lion. This could happen in Leo season, but this is also talking about, you know, taking action. And this is also talking about being a visionary. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. For some of you, it is finally laying burdens down, tapping into your intuition, into your emotions, right? Following your intuition and being a visionary, okay, to create this bliss, to create this emotional, you know, happiness, to create the beautiful life for yourself, right? To be able to manifest and create, to be this Empress and the Magician, okay, to manifest and create all of this. All right, so 2 different messages there. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords. There could have been some conflict here, some sort of battle you went through, inner conflict. It could have been a fight or something with somebody else. This is also my sabotage card, okay? So somebody could have sabotaged something here, you know, but we have the Fool card. So somebody maybe feels like a fool if they did do this, okay, some sort of fight or sabotage. Somebody feels like a fool here. For others of you, this is saying after this fight, there is, you know, this a new beginning, okay? New ideas with the Page of Swords, a new inspiration, new ideas, information coming through, or you gathering new information in regards to possibly giving and receiving, in the sense of, you know, being a helper, right? This is what 6 of Pentacles is about. 3 of Cups, celebrating this. So for some of you, this has to do with your, you know, work, your legacy, your passion, you know, what you're meant to do, your life purpose, things like that. Some of you are meant to be helpers here, and to help others, and you will be celebrating and co-collaborating with other people to do this, okay? For some of you, this has to do with communication. So like I said, it could be writing a book, or, you know, maybe you are the counselor or coach or some sort of spiritual healer. Some of you have been kind of battling with this. It's like not wanting to accept that part of yourself, which I've already, you know, kind of mentioned here. For others of you, if you're dealing with somebody, there could have been, you know, some sort of sabotage, fight, something like that. Somebody feels like a fool, but they do want to come in and communicate, you know, a new beginning here. This person could have had their eye on you, right? Kind of spying, watching, you know, things like that. But this person wants to come in and communicate, and they want to, you know, be reciprocal, give and receive, and celebrate, you know, something with you. For some of you, this has to do with reunion or reconciliation, which is also a Six of Cups card here. Okay, this person, you know, could be coming in, wants to celebrate, you know, creating something with you, seeing, you know, stability, abundance here with the Queen of Pentacles, and happiness. Okay, this person sees you as, you know, wife material or husband material, if this is someone that you're dealing with. For others of you, whatever this is going to bring a lot of stability for you, a lot of abundance, and there's that golden opportunity, okay, right there. And it's going to make you very happy. It's going to bring so much sunshine into your world. Okay, again, the sacral chakra, the sun, lots of, you know, Leo energy coming through here. Okay, I am just going to clarify. And for some of you, yeah, it has to do with your work. Okay, and if it is a connection, this person wants to put in the work to be able to heal this, because we have the Star card as well. All right, my loves. So let's just clarify a death, and then we will close this out. Why is death here for Scorpio? Wow, you can't even make this up. All right, Scorpio. Spirit wants you to really kind of invest into things that are going to bring, you know, fruitfulness, I'm hearing, into your life. Okay, walk away from what no longer serves you. So Five of Pentacles, lack mentality, feeling left out in the cold, any kind of lack or loss. Five of Wands, any kind of drama, conflict, chaos, gossip, things like that. And Eight of Cups, Spirit wants you to end any kind of lack mentality, feeling left out in the cold, you know, any kind of, you know, internal drama, chaos, anything like that. This all needs to come to an end. You need to walk away from that and be able to, you know, put in the work to pray, to look to the future, to plan for your future. But also, this is, you know, my prayer card. This is, you know, knowing how to put out into the universe what you're trying to manifest and create, right? And Spirit wants you to invest in that. For some of you, Spirit wants you to invest in healing any kind of past heartbreak or anything that has come to an end in your past. Could be with a soulmate, could be something from your childhood, okay? And this is what's going to lead to victory and success here, all right? And for a lot of you, this victory and success is in some sort of commitment, connection. This could be marriage. This is also contracts, but also this is talking about, you know, the spiritual teacher or leader. So this could be you, you know, being recognized for this. That could be what this is leading you to. And again, about communication with the King of Swords. So some of you could be doing some sort of work around communication. For others of you, this is talking about, you know, a connection, you know, this is talking about, you know, some sort of commitment. Could be marriage, could be just higher level of commitment of whatever you're dealing with, being, you know, recognized for this person, publicly recognized, you know, connection here. Very much a spiritual connection if it is. Okay, this is very much spiritual, you know, and like I said, soulmate energy. All right, my loves, so that's what I have for you today. Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to do all the things like this video, comment down below, share my channel with others. You know, I would truly appreciate any support. You know, any of these things are the best way to really support me, to help my channel to grow, to get Spirit's messages out there. And as well, if you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be part of this ever-growing butterfly family. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos as I post them. And as always, I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time, bye.